On this InBetweenIsode, we're going to talk about a delicious grape cherry tomato flavored white tea. Stay tuned. What's good, people? This is Denny from TDB, bringing you guys InBetweenIsode number 26. And today, from hopefully a couple of angles, I'm going to show you guys a pretty delicious little white tea that was sent over to us from Tanlong Tea. So I'm really enjoying this. I think this is really a nice summer tea, and it has been absolutely stunning out here in Seattle recently. And so this sort of white light tea is just kind of something that's really fitting the mood. It's really perfect. So let me go ahead and fill up the Gaiwan. And this tea, you'll notice, is really fluffy, and so as a result, it's so velvety and soft that I'm going to use a lot of leaf. And we have water, that has just come. I pulled it right before the boil, and it's been sitting for less than a minute. So it's still going to be very warm for a white tea. But I think with these higher quality white teas, they really perform best in that kind of an environment. So hopefully this works. Let's give it a shot. Hopefully you guys can see this from this angle. Kind of cool. And you'll notice that there are leaves that look a little bit darker and leaves that are nice and white and fluffy and soft, and all of them are quite big. And one of the best parts about this tea is the lack of particulate coming off of this tea. So gotta give it a steep. And unlike a lot of teas, when I've already tried this, so I have a good idea about how it's going to perform, I'm going to go ahead and let this steep for about 30 seconds. First steep, no rinse, just go straight for it. Some folks really care about warming up their Gaiwan and warming up their cups and so forth, and go ahead and do that. But when it comes to a white tea, I feel like sometimes erring on the side of cooler and longer is a good place to go. So it depends on you folks out there, the tea that you're drinking, where it comes from, what your preferences are, most definitely. But I'm going to go ahead and brew like this. We'll agitate it another time here. It's already getting much less crisp and dry and really absorbing a lot of liquid. But as I'm sure many of you folks know, the second and third steepings, especially for a white tea, are going to really bring out a lot more of its body and longevity. Let's give it a shot though. Nice, beautiful liqueur. It has a little bit of that, almost looks like there's just honey that's been thrown in hot water. A little bit of that sort of very pale orange yellow color. Let's give it a smell. And again, you'll notice that the Gaiwan, the leaves have yet to completely absorb all the liquid, and the Gaiwan is nice and full. So of course my main camera died, so I just replaced the pour cam, we'll call it, with the normal perspective. So hopefully things aren't too crazy, but we're still here. Haven't yet tasted this. Again, getting from the aroma here a nice tart, sweet, kind of grape, cherry tomato sweetness. So vegetal and kind of tart smelling. Yeah. Sun-dried tomatoes kind of vibe. Maybe almost like a balsamic vinegar. It has that sort of tart sweetness. Similar sort of thing. A little bit earthy, a little bit tart. It definitely has that honeysuckle thing going on, but really getting that fruit off of this. So excited to give this a shot. Really nice. All right, cheers, y'all. Tons of body immediately out of the first steeping. The way that my palate gets sort of enveloped with flavor is really wonderful, and it really does have that slightly vegetal, slightly tart cherry tomato taste to it. in a way that I like a lot, actually. Let's give it another try. A little bit of a calcium Tums thing going on, and just a little bit of fake sweet fruit flavors the tip of my tongue as well, but not particularly crisp. I wouldn't call this light. I think it's thick, it's viscous. And again, this is the first steeping, which is amazing. It's not roasted. It's got, yeah, it's almost like half of a caprese salad. I mean, it's crazy, but I'm getting that sort of vibe out of this a lot. So I'll give it another big sip, and then we'll brew it up again. Really nice, lovely sweet aftertaste. Yeah, it's crazy. This tastes really similar to cherry tomatoes, and also getting a little bit of that salty acidity as well. This is really nice. Actually, a little bit of a category bender, I think, for a white tea. Again, this is a High Mountain Moonlight Beauty white tea. I have no idea what that means, but I can say that the base material is quite nice. And yeah, it's really performing in an interesting way. I'm enjoying the flavor profile a lot. Atypical of a white tea, but it still tastes totally like a white tea. It's almost just like, you know, that honeysuckle plant was grown next to some cherry tomatoes, and it had sort of left a beautiful taste there as well. So I'm going to again brew this for quite some time. The water was cooling significantly as we were talking there and tasting. So I'm going to let this go for quite a little bit of time. Really try to get as much out of it as I can. For you folks out there who maybe are new to white tea, you might find out that white tea tends to turn off pretty quickly, so you'll be getting a couple really great steepings out of it, and then it'll kind of just die on you. So some white teas will last longer than others, but act accordingly. So for me, the session, I'm going to make sure to really get the most out of it that I can in terms of the flavor, and then let it go. All right, I think we're set. Let's give this a shot. Really nice and viscous and thick, I like that. And it's just kind of yellowing a little bit more golden. Much more of a classic smell at this point. A little bit more creamy nutty, but still pretty much in that category that I was talking about earlier. Cheers. A really nice like lemon zest vibe, like a little bit of a soft citrus oil thing going on. Really tasty, and it complements the other flavors really well too. Yeah, I feel like I'm tasting a delicious summer salad. I must say this is really flavorful and enjoyable. Don't think this would be a daily drinker for me because it's got so much going on. Definitely needs a lot of attention, but I'm really enjoying this. So I wanted to say thanks again for the tea from Tanlong Tea. Check those guys out. Tanlongtea.com, I believe. That's right. And if you enjoy this and want to give it a thumbs up, that's great. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel at tdb.org or below. And until next time, guys, cheers.